It's Bruce Escorn here with another Dealercast, and today I want to walk you through two features really quickly: the form builder and the delegator. So what I've done here is I've created a custom landing page for a 0% APR financing for 60 months on all 2011 Toyota Camrys. I want to put a form right in here. So I'm going to go to the Dealer HD admin, and I'm going to go to the form section and go ahead and create a new one. This is our form builder. So you can see that we have a few options here. So if you wanted a text box, a text area drop down, checkbox, simply clicking these would go ahead and do that. But we've taken that a step further. A lot of the time we're asking for common information like name, address, price information, phone numbers, maybe date and time for scheduling, service, and things. So we've added these interactive multi-field boxes too. And we also have some specialty fields that correlate with the Dealer HD admin. But I'm going to skip over these for today. So I want to create a new form, and I want to ask for the name, email address, and phone number of the person interested in the offer. So I'm going to give a reason why this is created, and this is just going to be form builder testing at the moment. And I'm going to give my form a name, 0%. For 60 months, sounds great. Okay, form type is, this can be customized, but we have general lead, email, parts, service, department leads. If you wanted to customize any one of the forms on a Dealer HD site, you'd simply go ahead and click this. So if it was a vehicle request lead, now what's going to happen is that you're going to override the default vehicle lead. But in this case, I'm creating a brand new one. There's not a single one that exists. So this is a customized form. So I'm going to call it 0 for 60 months. Do I want to show the title? No. Let's go ahead and do that. That would be this here. Show a description. That would be this area here. No, I don't want to do any of that. I just want to keep it clean and simple. So now at this point, I want to go ahead and grab the name. So clicking this will bring all the values that we would need for a name. This is a little bit more involved than what I want, so I don't want to have the suffix here, and I don't think middle name is actually necessary either. But I do want to require each one of these pieces of information. So first name, last name is going to be required. And by simply clicking these two, they will be required. I'm going to move on. The next piece of information I want to collect from somebody is their email address. And that is just going to be a simple text box. Okay, I'm going to click here to add a label. Email address. Okay, now the data name section, if you drop this down, we have common data fields. So email, website, gender, and notes. This isn't going to be an email box. The reason this exists is because we support ADF, and ADF has a bunch of common elements that need to be defined correctly in order to parse into a CRM or an ILM or any of those types of things. So we use data name to tag content that we know that now we know that this is going to be an email. So when we move this to ADF or any of those types of other services that might require some sort of structure, we know that the email address from this form is this field here. I do want to require it, and I want to add validation to this so that I know that it's an email address. Okay, and lastly, I wanted to get the phone number. So clicking phone, it's going to bring our multi-fields here. Okay, so type, area code, prefix, suffix. I want all of these required, but I don't want to use extension. And you can see that these are the values here that will populate this type drop down here. My form is done. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and hit save. Now, we've got our customized form. what we need to do now is set up the delegation. So we're going to go into Lead Central, our integrated lead manager, and click the Options tab here, and set up a new delegator for this form. What a delegator does is basically route that information to where you need it to go to. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new delegator for my form, and to do that I'm going to go ahead and click Create. Okay, name this 0 for 60 months. And for the description, I'm just going to put testing delegator. I'm going to move to the filters tab here. Okay, and what I want to do is add a filter. So I'm going to look at the lead field and say the type is equal to 0 for 60 months. Okay, because that was the name of my form. So not to get real technical on you here, but this is a very, very powerful system. What we can do is we can look at any type of information that's submitted with a lead and basically routes or reroutes. There's so many options here, and you can nest certain items too by clicking these areas here. So if it was going to be the type is equal to this and another criteria had to be met in order to do this thing, that's where you would set up all this in here. But this is going to be a simple routing. So I'm just going to look at the type is equal to 0 for 60 months. That's my form. And what I want to do is, I can go ahead and assign it, but what I really want to do is I'm going to go ahead and send an autoresponder to that person. And you can customize autoresponders too, but that's for another Dealercast. So right now I'm just going to go ahead and use our default thanks for contacting the store. So, and I also want to go ahead and send an email to a salesperson. And I'm just going to choose myself. So anytime that form is submitted, it's going to send an autoresponder and send me a lead, as well as populate in the integrated lead manager, Lead Central. So go ahead and create. There it is there. I'm going to go ahead and publish it. Now it's published. Let's test this thing out. Hit refresh here. And there's my form. And all the required fields are listed here. So I didn't require a prefix, so I can skip that, or I can just go ahead and choose to say Mr. Go ahead and fill that out. 815. Go ahead and hit submit. Now, I left this blank on purpose because you can see the validation here. So because this is required too, I do have to make a choice. So that's my work number. Go ahead and hit submit. Okay, we got a message saying that this is processed successfully. I'm going to go ahead and check my email. There's my autoresponder. Going to go ahead and go into Lead Central here. Go to the lead section, and you can see this is my lead here. Clicking on that. This is actually Lead Central's lead checking system. If there's any other Bruce Edscorns in the system, it's going to prompt me to review and say, hey, listen, I think that this guy's already in here, so you want to check it out first. So yeah, we're going to review it. All the information looks good. We'll merge it. And that's the lead. This is all the information that I filled out. At this point, I can go ahead and sign or call or email, make an appointment, add notes to the lead. But I'll go through this another day. But that was it. Real quickly, I went over that. If you want any more information about that, go ahead and contact your account manager, and they will be able to walk you through it. Thanks again. I'll see you next week.